because he has wisdom and the wisdom is beneficial. And of course, all the men are like, yeah, we love that. Go, queen, go. But they're really saying it because she's just real cute and she's saying what they want to hear. And I get that, right? But it was nice. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. We should be leading. But then, and I did agree with that, actually. I do like the idea of us letting our partners lead in certain situations. But then I said, at the same time, though, leadership is kind of a two-way street. Right. Leadership is, and I mentioned this yesterday, that I don't think we spend enough time meditating on the solemn opportunity, power, and responsibility that comes with running a family, that comes with heading a household, that comes with being a leader in a space, right? And I think that men and women, we're both leaders in our own way. And I said, if you want someone to kind of want you to lead, you really have to show up prepared to lead. And leadership requires a certain level of consciousness. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. And an unconscious person, or an immature person, or an unprepared person, or an unstrategic person, or an unintelligent person is not going to be an adequate leader for any particular space. You're just not. An undisciplined person cannot lead. So really, I just think about some of the uncles I had, and I remember growing up, and I remember they couldn't even leave me, and I was 9 years old. I said, I ain't following that Negro because he gonna get me killed. I'm not getting in the car with you. I'm not going out with you. I'm not hanging around you. When they sitting there, you take some guy that doesn't read books, uh, is holding holding some weed in one hand and a liquor bottle in the other, and trying to lead some other people. I'm not gonna get lead through life by a drunk driver. I'm just not. And I think that becomes the challenge of leadership. I think that every yin has a yang, every yang has a yin. This is one of the core concepts of economics and finance, actually, but I believe it applies to life. And what I mean by that is, when you ask for your yin, you have to think about, well, what's the yang? What's the yang to my yang? So I say, hey, I need you to let me lead because I feel that as a man or as a woman or whatever, I have these rights to lead, and every relationship is different. But so I want to lead. Well, that's the yin. That's the ask. But the yang is, have I prepared myself to lead? Have I prepared myself to lead? And the unfortunate reality that some of us don't want to consider is that there are people who demand to lead who are not equipped or prepared to lead. Like a pastor who says, I want to lead this church. Then people are going to look at you and look at your life and look at the way you carry yourself and say, are you ready to lead? So if you are an undisciplined man who ain't following the Bible on any level, who's trying to sleep with every lady in the front row and doing all these shenanigans that are embarrassing to the church and embarrassing to God, then ain't nobody gonna trust you to lead their church. You can't lead. You're not even connected. You're people want to be led by somebody that they feel is on a higher plane than they are. Am I right? Tell me if you get what I'm saying. People want to be led by people that they feel like, okay, you've got something I don't have. Like if I'm a basketball player, I'll let Michael Jordan lead me, or LeBron or something, because he's good and he can win championships and he's a great player. They're not going to get lead. A basketball player is not going to get led by an inferior player. So in life, I think you have players, you have superior players, players that are really achieving, people that have really done the work, that are really disciplined, that are shown up ready with a plan. They don't just have a dream. See, a vision and a goal, a vision without a plan is basically a hallucination. So you got a lot of hallucinating people out here. They got big dreams, but ain't got no plan to accomplish those dreams. Stop it. Just kill your big. Just go ahead and throw it out the window. Because if you got a dream without a plan, then that's not real. That's just a dream. That's just an hallucination. You're seeing things. You're seeing things that the universe does not have in store for you because you have not done the work required to make a plan that is going to tether you to that dream. You have to have a plan that is going to connect you to that outcome that you're trying to reach. You cannot have a bridge to nowhere. You can't say, I want to go 100 feet across a canyon, and you've got nothing connecting the two sides of the canyon. So the plan is really important, and not just having the plan, but executing the plan. And I believe, here's what I believe. Here's what I truly believe in general. If you want to just get my 2 cents, again, I hope it's okay if I share this. My 2 cents on leadership in general in any space, not just in relationships, but in life, is that when you show up and you are really ready, when you show up and you're on level 10, people will naturally follow you. People will naturally, I don't have to walk in and say, well, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I demand that I get to lead financially. I demand that I get to be the teacher because I should be the leader because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Y'all supposed to follow me because I said so. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. You know what I do? I just show up and I do my thing and I just behave naturally. And then people say, "Oh, he knows a couple things. Let me follow him." Some people don't. Some people just, they say, "Oh, screw that guy. I'm not listening to him." That's okay. But then there's some people who say, "Okay, he knows something. He's been doing this for 30 years and he's taught at different universities and he has all these credentials." And so that naturally comes out. I don't have to ask you for permission to be my best. I just show up as the best version of myself I can be, and that prepares you to lead. So I believe the same thing is true in life and in relationships. I think that when I show up with the children and my wife, and I show up as a man, I try to focus on basic things to try to be a better man. I don't drink and smoke because I don't believe in drinking and smoking around children. Because I think that causes you to be less of a man than you're supposed to be. It causes you to do things that you might not normally do. I try my best to not be abusive toward others. I try my best to be thoughtful about everything and considerate and understanding of the people that I'm expecting to follow me. And what naturally happens is that over time, when I connect with them, when I understand what's on the mind of the 13-year-old because I've been observing her behavior and what she's interested in, then what happens is she naturally will engage in the reciprocity that lets me kind of lead her as the bonus dad, right? And I had to earn that because I don't have that biological thing that allows me to say, "You must listen to me because I'm your daddy, girl." No, I married a woman that had kids, and it was a blessing.